Oh no.
Oh.
I wish
Coward!
the American military would be so much more OP if they had bullets that just like reflected off one person and onto another.
It's just like it's like 2 U.S. military. Just one of them is just like shooting the other guy in the head, but it's just bouncing off and hitting. There's some major gamer tactics here.
It's the fucking Wunderwaffe from Call of Duty World at War. Because one of the, for those of you who didn't realize yet, Brandon's just entered the room again.
Hello.
One of the enemies attacked Mario while Peach had her like damage share shield up, and the bullets just kind of went from Mario to Peach, and we were like, if the American military had just bullets that like traveled from one enemy to another, they'd be way more OP than they already are. Did you guys ever play World at War?
No.
I loved it. I never had it because I didn't have an Xbox until like really recently, and I technically don't have one. It's my sister's. Where are the enemies? Oh, there they is. But I would always go over to my friend Nick's house when we were in the other Nick. He's a bit whiter than our Nick.
You've heard of him? His last name's Elodian.
Nick Elodian. Nick Elodian at your service. But we'd play zombies at his place, the World at War zombies.
Yeah.
And they had this like secret weapon called the Wunderwaffe, and it was basically just that. It was like a you'd fire like a bolt of lightning, and any enemy within range would also be hit with the same amount of damage.
The only Call of Duty game I ever played was Black Ops, and that's because literally every friend had it. They're like, let's play zombies, and it's just the same map. And I'm like, I think I'm good.
I've never played a Call of Duty game. The closest thing I've played to like any game that's like war related or anything was Medal of Honor. I think it was like Rising Sun or something. It was based in like World War II Japan.
Oh.
So I was just like, this is okay, I guess. I don't know. I just never dug war games or like shooting games, really.
I remember my uncle having Medal of Honor, and that's why I would just like see him play it sometimes.
Oh. My uncle's the one that would play it. He gave me his copy when he was done.
That's cool.
That's when I used to be into propaganda. I think the only quote-unquote... The only quote-unquote propaganda game that I ever really enjoyed was Spec Ops: The Line, and that's because it wasn't propaganda, because it was about this soldier and his team. They go to like some Dubai in the future where Dubai is just sand.
Hey, 3-by.
It's Dubai. It's just like me. I do be by.
You do be by. Yeah, that's exactly.
But what happens is the leader who you play as, the leader of the squad, is just slowly losing his fucking mind, and you commit war crimes as him, and then everybody in his squad is just like, dude, what the fuck? Those were war crimes, and you're like, nah.
Nah.
It was way more emotionally intact than what I just said, but it was still fucking amazing.
It's like, yeah,
those were crimes until an American committed them.
The American commits a crime. He did a great service to this country.
Oh, I remember these games before they got all political.
Oh my god, yeah.
I love these war games.
For anybody who
didn't have trans people in them.
Oh my god, that shit's so gross. Wasn't that like a recent debate where like people, I'm not sure how recent I mean, but like there's this debate where like, I don't even remember what video game it was, but they were like, yeah, one of our characters is trans, and it was like, why did you have to make it political? It's
Last
like,
of Us 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where it was where the whole like the main like, quote unquote fandom was like, what, the main character is trans, and you have them kill the main character from the first game.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's terrible. And even though the game got like raving reviews and stuff, if you ever visit the Last of Us 2 subreddit, it's literally entirely dedicated on trashing the game.
That sounds so gross.
And it's just like everyone else like likes the game. Like they're just like, yeah, it's a great fucking game.
Yeah.
They're like, no, it's just a terrible game, and they like trash on it and like come up with other excuses on why it's bad, even though it's clearly because there's a trans person in it.
God, that sucks.
And they killed the main character. It's also a story about how revenge is bad. And they're just like, no, trans people.
Well, that's what they're saying. No trans people.
Or I shouldn't say revenge is bad, but that revenge comes with consequences. Is a better way to put it.
Bye. It was like I saw someone talk about like where the MCU is going in the future, and they're like laying out like properties that and like what the overall arc might be. They're saying like Secret Wars is gonna be like the, but like they're like oh, I'm a little worried about where it's going, but as long as they do good stories and stay away from the woke shit.
Oh my god!
I'm like, what is that? Like, what has Marvel done though? Like to make that's woke. Like they have gay people sometimes.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
They have gay people once.
There's only two genders, okay? Men and political.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's only like one non-political race, and that's white.
Yeah.
Jesus, men and political. That's so fucked. Peach, you didn't have to be so into it. You were jumping. Oh god, I got a bouge on me. It's the bourgeoisie.
I hate every capitalist I see, from the bourgeoisie to the bourgeoisie.
What were we saying on that? For anybody who would like a less turfy / less, I guess, gamer view of, is that an actual? What is this? Did this block explode? But
yeah,
its collision.
What the hell?
Yeah. Okay.
Why is this game wigging out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Being weird.
That's funny though. I like it. I like that. I think it adds character, honestly.
Puts hair on your chest.
Yeah. But yeah, if anybody's looking for an article that's way less turfy and way less gamer about, the whole people who aren't white males debate in gaming, there's an article on Polygon called "Yes, Video Games Are Political and They're Also Really Conservative." That I think is worth checking out.
Interesting.
It kind of covers all. Oh, hello, Boo. Oh, it took me to the Shadow Realm. Oh fuck, I'm right next to the big guy.
This is worse than the Shadow Realm. Give us the Cliff Notes version.
Huh?
Give us the Cliff Notes version of
that people who argue that video games, quote unquote, shouldn't be political often ignore the fact that video games are typically very political, because most media is to some extent, but the politics that they represent are very conservative, which is why we have so many military games in which the American military is either the good guy or they are the reluctant bad guy.
Yeah.
So it's like you have so much of this kind of shit where it's very conservative, but people don't want to admit it, or they're just so blind that they can't admit it because they don't realize what is political is also what they believe in, so to speak, if that makes sense. That wasn't the most eloquent way to put it, but yeah. Stop shooting me! I'm hurt!
Also, like, because the main character in Celeste is trans. That was also a whole thing.
Oh, that's right.
But
B.
Yeah. Games have always been political. Donkey Kong is the bourgeoisie, and Jumpman is the proletariat. And Peach is the means of production. So
the means of production. Well, in Donkey Kong Country, it literally is this dude who's been hoarding like actual tons of bananas.
Food, yeah.
And he just goes out of his way to kill an entire ecosystem's worth of beings just so he can have all of his bananas back.
Well, listen to me. Back when fucking Pong. Left paddle is capitalism, right paddle communism. No in between.
I never thought of it like that.
The ball is you.
The ball is you. Oh my god.
In this essay, I will. Man.
In this essay, I will men. You're not gonna like what happens next.
I remember being on this gaming subreddit and getting downvoted to hell because I brought up that the original Halo trilogy is political, and they're like, "What? It's just about fighting against religious extremism. How is this political?" No, but yeah, it was like, it's about fighting. They're like, it's about fighting aliens. What do you mean? And then this other guy was just like, kind of like, gave a whole breakdown of the plot. Like, they commented after me. And they're like, oh my god, you're right. Holy shit, I'll never see Halo the same way.
Oh my god, you're gonna forget about this in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's just like, shut up.
To be fair, I actually didn't know anything about the Halo plot, so that's actually really cool that it was that. I wouldn't call that progressive, so to say, but that it's way deeper than I thought. I used to think it was really just fucking aliens.
I mean, the first game is pretty much just that. Aliens are invading, and they were like, oh, you're on the Halo ring, and they want to activate it. Oh, it's gonna kill everyone. You better stop them. But then in Halo 2 and Halo 3, it's like revealed that they have like this whole religious theocracy where they believe that the Halo ring is like the thing that's gonna send them to the great journey beyond.
Oh fuck!
And that's the only way to get through is by activating the Halo ring. And and then certain parts of the Covenant faction realize the pretty much the evil in what they're doing. Because they're also kind of racist with their own kind. And then they join the humans and they're like, we gotta stop this what's it called, this religious leadership where these three people are one entity.
So that's how you get the Arbiter on your team, right? The Arbiter is like he's a elite.
Yeah, he's an elite because it was like, oh, the elites have failed capturing the humans in Halo 2. The elites have failed capturing the humans, so they get replaced with the brutes, and the elites get put like they get jailed basically, like the entire kind.
Weird.
And like a racial prosecution. And then the Arbiter, he's like they make him in the Arbiter, and he's like, okay, you have to. Oh yeah, I forgot about the plot where he has to hunt down stray Covenant members, specifically one called what's his name? The
Joseph.
What's the word for when someone's like a blasphemer?
The Pariah?
No, something with an H?
The Heretic.
Yeah, the Heretic.
Ooh.
But he's like, he is the Heretic, but like the whole time he's trying to explain that like, it's like, no, they're evil, they're trying to kill us all. And then you're the Arbiter, and it's like, no, stop speaking lies. And then you run into Master Chief, and it becomes a whole thing. And then Master Chief helps liberate all the elites from the theocracy, and it's a whole thing. And then Halo 3 is basically the climax of everything.
That's sick. I can't wait to someday play the original trilogy.
Yeah, we'll play them.
Is ODST also cool? Like, not even speaking from like a political point of view. Like, I've never played ODST.
Yeah, ODST is like, it's kind of like, I think it's seen as like the bad one because it came off. It's basically a side story that came off after Halo 3, which was this big, game. It was huge.
Yeah.
A big story, and the ODST is just about this like small group of soldiers that get stranded like on the side of the Halo 3 campaign, and you just have to like you're basically stuck in this African city, and you just have to what's the word, like rendezvous, and you just face hardships, and that's basically it. But
it still sounds pretty cool.
It's still cool. It was a fun time. And then Halo Reach is a fucking masterpiece.
Ooh. That one I also haven't played.
That one had no allegory. It was basically the Rogue One of Halo, where it was just this. It's the prequel that like a bunch of like this team of like well-crafted soldiers, I guess, are trying their best to save the Earth, or Planet Reach, I mean. But it ends with everyone dying.
Oh. Yeah. That does sound very Rogue One, and Rogue One was fucking amazing.
Yeah,
it was better to me than any of the fucking new trilogy, episodes 7 through 9.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Rogue One is probably my favorite story. Ew, what if they catch him?
Yeah.
What if they catch him, people?
My favorite movie, Star Wars movie, I'd say.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rogue One's probably better than any of the original trilogy.
Yeah. Oh gosh, look up.
No, don't look up.
It's not only looking scary, now it sounds awful too.
What? Oh yeah, that.
The great butthole in the sky. Well, I don't think it's inviting us over for hot cocoa and lemon bars.
It just wants sex.
In fact, I think it's inviting us to just the opposite, sex.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. It feels like it's watching us, biding its time while it grows in power.
Beepo, it's a whole...
Just like the Red Menace.
Just like the ass.
All the more reason to get Mr. Tom fan as quickly as possible.
Time to find Mr. Tom Fulp.
But yeah. Classic political games. Fallout. I've never played Fallout, but I know that's supposed to be like a anti... maybe not capitalist, but like the hubris of mankind.
Ooh.
Right? Where it's just,
kind of
it's just
capitalism.
nuclear fallout, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's the whole plot. Bismarck's played it.
I played Fallout 3.
Yeah.
Is it funny?
Yeah. that's the anti-capitalism for people that don't want to commit to saying it's like it's anti-greed.
Yeah.
But they don't realize that greed is just like
a result of capitalism.
As a result of capitalism. Yeah.
Can I go anywhere?
Pikmin is also like set in the world that's like post nuclear fallout.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. You one of Olimar's things he finds is a Geiger counter that's like the whole time. It's just like, I don't know what this is, but it's making an awful racket.
That's scary. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, it's wild. Kirby in the Forgotten Land I thought had a big anti-capitalist message, but it wasn't. It's still haunting though. Well, no, it's kind of like how do I say it without spoiling it?
King DDD actually runs a company where he pays all of his employees sub minimum wage.
Yeah, he's the Epstein of the Kirby world.
Oh no.
It's
the island you actually land on is Epstein's island. Oh, spooky.
But all the levels in Forgotten Land are like it's just Earth, but like there's no one left.
So Earth, but better.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
There's just like you find like what like there's one level that's a huge desert, but it was clearly once an ocean. It was just like ships and anchors and what looks like dried coral and.
That sounds like a cry for help from the Kirby devs.
Yeah.
HAL Laboratories is screaming in their sleep.
But it's basically revealed that there's like an entity that landed on sweep the leg. Oh, it's a Karate Kid reference. An entity that landed on the Earth, and then they exploited it for greed, I guess.
That entity was the man who invented the steam engine.
Yeah.
It wasn't the guy from Eternals, mind you. The guy from Eternals did not invent the steam engine in real life.
I don't know.
Pretty sure he did. Crack open a book.
And then he stole Albert Einstein and took the idea for the nuclear bomb away from him.
Ever read the Bible? Come on.
That was God's plan.
He stuck Einstein in his pocket and ran.
Oh, was it that cringe Christian girl, Bismarck? You said that like you heard her telling someone like, yeah, it's in the gospel. What's gonna happen?
The gospel.
Wait, what's gonna happen?
I don't know what they're talking about.
That's God's foot coming down.
That's when Jesus was like, if you're playing Mario and Rabbids and you get to this part of the level, watch out.
I don't like it.
If you get to a save point, maybe just like restart the.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Just to fix that.
Oh look, you can see through this texture.
Yeah.
What?
I noticed that.
No, isn't it? No, I think it's just a hole. No, you're right.
It's not.
It's not a hole. No. They're supposed to be.
This poor little game.
It's doing its best for us.
It's suffering so much.
It's so funny.
It's too distracted by your commentary.
It can't keep up.
Oh yeah, fucking like 2-3 days ago. When I got home, I parked and I was walking to my house. Somebody shot me with a BB gun.
What?
Yeah, because a car was driving. This was like 2-3 a.m. It was like a toy BB gun. It didn't really hurt that much.
Yeah, but like still.
I heard it was a car passing by and I heard like a and I was like, what? And then I felt like a pain in my leg, like bah. And I was like, what the fuck? And like I stopped and I was just like, huh. And I looked over at the car and I yelled at it. I was like, did you just fucking shoot me? And because it was at a red light.
Yeah.
And then it turned green, and it drove away, and the windows were open.
What the fuck?
And I was like, what? And then I got home because I had pants on, and I checked, and I had like a welt like on my leg.
Jesus. What the fuck is wrong? And that happened to you twice, you said?
No, it was just once.
Oh.
This is like 2-3 days ago.
That's really fucking spooky.
But I was like, imagine if it like hit my ear or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, Jesus. Or my eye.
Oh yeah.
Who the fuck does that?
I don't know. Probably like a kid or something.
In a car?
I mean,
I'm
like
guessing-
maybe like in the backseat or something.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe not a kid. Maybe like a teenager that's
Yeah,
an
yeah.
asshole.
Some 17-year-old fuck.
You know that famous clip where the Iraqi reporter threw his threw his
Shoe at George Bush.
Yeah. Do you know they have a statue of the shoe in Iraq?
Hell yeah, that's rad.
That's so cool.
It's funny.